Now that we've built our zone maps, our soil test maps, and our yield potential maps, we're ready to put these all together into a variable rate recommendation. Select our field and click on the Agronomics menu item in the bottom right corner. Recommendations are wizard-based, so all we need to do is click on Create a new recommendation and then follow the prompts. There are 4 components to building a recommendation. First, we select a field management plan, which is a way to keep track of all the similar records for one field. Next, we select a formula or script for the product that we're wanting to apply. Then we will select a base map, in this case, one of the yield maps that we had previously built. And then finally, we will select a soil test. Each one of these is laid out for us in the lower part of the viewer screen with 4 separate tabs, one for each of the 4 components. We'll go through and make our selections, and then we'll build our recommendation map. Once we make our selections, press Submit to send them to the server for processing. After a few seconds, our initial recommendation map is complete. You can see that based on the script we chose, the product type and the product subtype have been automatically chosen. However, we need to select a product from our product pick list in order to complete the recommendation. If required, we can also set a flat rate for the complete field as a point of comparison for the economics as compared to the variable rate program. Reviewing the legend for the map that was created, you can see that we have 10 application zones arranged sequentially from lowest to highest. If we'd like, we can now go back and change our product, possibly for a comparison between 2 nitrogen sources. And very quickly, we can rebuild the map based on this new product choice. As in the other mapping modules, we can edit this map, merging application zones together using the Merge Zones tool, or we can reclassify the whole map, creating a greater or lesser number of application zones. Once we're satisfied with the application map that we've created, we can save it for export, or we can cancel and start over. Exporting an application map can be done either as a shapefile to be sent to our applicator machine, or as a PDF, which will give us a report that we can then share with our customer. In the case of exporting the PDF report, Precision Edge will create a PDF file that we will then save to our local hard drive. This report contains all the necessary information about the recommendation operation, including the legal location of the field, the nutrient and product that are being applied, the flat rate if a flat rate comparison was generated, the cost for the applications, both the flat rate as well as the variable rate, and then the nutrient and product amounts for each one of the application zones in the field. This first example was of a fully automated recommendation built by Precision Edge using a soil test and a recommendation script. However, Precision Edge can also build a manual recommendation using just a base map and having the user specify the product rates for each one of the application zones. The user will select a field management plan and a base map and then submit this for the recommendation process. In this case, since we did not use a script to build the recommendation, Precision Edge had no way of knowing the product type that we were intending to use. So the user must first select the product type, then the subtype, before you can select the correct product for this operation. Again, you're given the opportunity to specify a flat rate, or you can go directly to creating the field operation. In the case of building a manual recommendation, the yield zones are generated directly from the yield map, and the amounts of active ingredients shown in the legend are the same as the yields for each one of those zones. In this case, we'll edit the number of yield zones down to a more manageable number, save that back to the recommendation viewer, and now we can go in and manually change the amount of active ingredient for each one of these 3 application zones, and Precision Edge will automatically recalculate the amount of product needed to provide that amount of nutrient. Once this is done, we can go ahead and export this recommendation map the same as we did with the previously generated automatic one. We will go ahead and generate another PDF report, save it to our local hard drive, and then compare it with the PDF that we got from the automatically generated recommendation. You can see that the 2 reports are virtually identical, other than the lesser number of zones and the amount of nutrient and product that has been recommended.